What up, bitches? It's the misanthropic one, aka He Who Hungers, and I'm back up in this bitch for another rant. All right, I want to talk about this whole Slaughterhouse issue that's going on right now. For those who don't know who Slaughterhouse is it's a dope hip-hop supergroup comprised of Joe Budden, Royce the 5'9", Joel Ortiz, and he goes by King Crooked. Right now, I consider him Crooked I. That's his original name. I like that name better. That's just me personally. So I still call him Crooked I. Whatever, right? And I've talked about them on my channel before, but there's trouble in paradise because Slaughterhouse is split into two factions right now. And I'm going to try to go into this without being too long-winded. All right, you have Joe Budden and Royce the 5'9" on one side. You got Joel Ortiz and Crooked I on one side. And I know a lot of you that are into hip hop already know the ins and outs of this shit. And there's an IG live that happened where Joe Budden and Royce were on it, and Joel got onto it, and it got a little bit heated. And this all stems from Crooked I. I believe it was Crooked I. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. You know, Crooked I and Joel trying to push the brand for, yo, we're gonna drop another album. We going forward. Let's keep moving. I believe Crooked I, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe he garnered a deal for the group, or was trying to. And when Joel was talking to Royce and Joe, he was getting sort of, how do I put it, not clear answers, you know. And they addressed it on the live, by the way. You gotta see it. It's fucking hilarious. Let me just say this. Let me just cut to the chase. I side with Joel and Crooked I on this, because from what Joel was saying, he goes, you know, you guys didn't want to go forward with the brand. And this is all stemming from also Joel and Crooked dropping a song, I believe it's called Vacancy, where they're addressing what happened with the group and this and that, how they're moving forward. And they got an album coming out, I believe it's an album, maybe an EP called Hard, and pause. And yeah, so whatever. I guess Joe and Royce were talking about this shit. Joel jumped in the live and it got a little bit heated. But Joel said some things that I agree with. And by the way, as a rapper, that's how I would be acting, like Joel, just straight to the point. Like, you know, listen, I'm not here to, you know, throw shots or anything. Like, yo, what are you talking about? What is this? And I love the way he handled himself. So shout out to Joel Ortiz on that shit. What he said was, yo, you guys turned down the deal. So Joe's like, who turned down the deal? Both of them were like, yo, who turned down what? And Joel goes to Royce and says, you said you didn't want to do anything unless Joe Budden was involved, right? And Joe, I forget what Joel Ortiz actually said to him, but as a fan looking in, and any fan of this rap shit, y'all already know that Joe Budden has said he's been retired. He's been said it for years. Yeah, I'm done. I'm not going back to that shit. You know what I mean? And you know, to him or to me, I would take that as, all right, it's not, this is over, I'm gonna go forward with my shit. Or Crooked wants to do shit, me and him are gonna go do shit. You know what I mean? So just off the face, you know, I'm siding with them. I have to, because, you know, when you look at certain beefs and arguments, when people are willing to put certain things out there, and one side's kind of being vague and, well, you know, I was looking at a deal, but this and that. No, y'all men, you know what I mean? Clarify your statements. Listen, the money needs to be right, and blah, 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 blah. You know, this and that. You know, these men are grown-ass men. They got money to make. They got music they want to put out there. What's the deal? You know? And I would take it as a turn down, too. I would take it as, all right, it's not happening, so I'm going to go forward and do what the fuck I got to do. You understand? It's just like when I've said this on older videos. Let's relate it to trying to ask a chick out on a date. And I've said this to some of y'all dudes out there, by the way. Like, some of you dudes that like to simp for women. No, you ask a chick out. If she's hesitant and all that, just take it as a no. It ain't happening. Nah, I'm good. Yeah, just be like, just move on, right? And that's why, again, I side with Joel and Crook. Now, I'm not gonna get back into the other shit because it's still heating up. Joe Budden said to Joel on that live, yo, suck my dick. You know, I'm not listening to that shit. Stuff along that nature is still going on. I'll just leave it at this because the last I heard was Joe Budden talking about, they're just doing this to get a bag. I love when people use that as a justification to try and slight somebody. And, you know, this hurts me because I'm a Jerseyan. You know, I should be biased to Joe Budden, love his music, love his lyricism and all of that. But I got to call bullshit on that because Joe Budden has one of the most popular podcasts on the planet. So, nigga, you doing that for a bag too. Everybody does shit for a bag. Like, so you mean to tell me if the deal wasn't right, dude, you would have been put out an album already. You know what I mean? If the money was right, you would have been put out an album. It wouldn't have been, this would have never been an issue, right? So that's why I stopped listening to a lot of this conscious hip hop and woke, all this shit. I got out of that because a lot of that shit is straight bullshit. When people talk about, oh, money and this and that, yeah, nigga. If I'm putting my blood, sweat, and tears, my heart and soul into these beats, rhymes, and all this shit, yeah, I want to be compensated for my time. Like, why is that such a fringe thought? I don't understand. You know, it's so dumb. But anyway, that's my feelings on this shit. Honestly, I hope that they mend things. If not, Joel and Crooked need to go do their own thing. You know what I mean? Come up with a different name from the group of a group though, like 2/4 of the Slaughter or some shit like that. You know what I mean? I know it's kind of corny, but whatever. That's it. That's all I really got to say. Everybody else, y'all know the deal. Leave your love, leave your hate. Most of us subscribe, and that's it. Peace, bitches.